Welcome to PVTV International. I'm going to present this week's editions of our news roundup. Cabinet News. Prime Minister highlights historic surrender of terrorist Myanmar military soldiers, urges United Forward movement. At the cabinet meeting on January 9, Prime Minister Kayin stated that to date, nearly 4,000 Myanmar military soldiers, along with their families, have surrendered their arms, the first time ever in the country's history. He emphasized that the present moment is a prime time for the revolutionary forces, given this significant development. The Prime Minister noted the apparent decline in the enemy's morale and strength throughout 2023, underscoring the importance of capitalizing on this opportunity and advancing together in unity. Operation 1027 witnessed the fall of about 8 brigadier generals from the Terrorist Military Council. Additionally, on January 5, the MNDAA successfully took over Kayin, providing a snapshot of the current weakened state of the military council. National Unity Government condemns military council's blatant violations, vows justice for war crimes by prosecuting responsible personnel at all levels. In a public announcement on January 9, the National Unity Government NUG declared that Myanmar Military Council demonstrated a blatant disregard for the ASEAN 5-point consensus and UN Security Council Resolution 2669. Furthermore, engaging in acts such as killing children, inflicting harm on communities, and targeting religious buildings and schools constitute a clear violation of international human rights conventions, the Conventions on the Rights of the Child, and the Geneva Convention and the Rome Statute. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights himself has urged the Security Council to reform Myanmar military crimes to the International Criminal Code, categorizing them as war crimes and crimes against humanity. The NUG affirmed its commitment to apprehending and holding accountable to not only those directly responsible for the attacks, but also individuals who supported or issued orders for such actions, utilizing the domestic justice system. According to evidence and accounts accrued as of December 31, 2023, the Terrorist Military Council led by Myanmar is responsible for the deaths of 617 children under 18 years of age and 1,017 women. It has launched 583 airstrikes on the residence of innocent civilians, resulting in the deaths of 867 citizens and the destructions of 76 religious buildings and 52 schools. The announcement also emphasized that there is abundant evidence that the military council has been escalating its violence and killings through the increased use of bombings on innocent civilians, fueled by failures on the military, political, and diplomatic fronts. NUG highlights unyielding resolve in Kayin New Year message. As the year 2023 drew to a close, it became increasingly apparent that allied ethnic revolutionary organizations (ERO) from various parts of Myanmar were launching a robust offensive against the Terrorist Military Council. This offensive resulted in a significant decline in morale and strength within Myanmar Military Council ranks, with allied forces achieving multiple successive victories. Marking the Kayin New Year in 2763, the National Unity Government NUG conveyed a resolute message. Together with revolutionary forces from all corners of the country, they pledged to persist in the fight against the Terrorist Military Council until its collapse. The overarching objective is to establish a new federal democratic state characterized by full equality and self-determination. In their message, the NUG expressed heartfelt wishes for the Kayin people, encouraging them to proudly celebrate their ethnic and national pride. NUG appeals for urgent international aid as military causes brutality sparked mass displacement. In its announcement on January 12, the National Unity Government NUG urgently called upon both local and international humanitarian organizations to collaborate and lend support to the NUG and the revolutionary forces who are tirelessly working to ensure the protections and care of civilians, aiming to swiftly deliver humanitarian aid to those displaced by the ongoing conflict. To weaken the revolution, the military council committed brutal atrocities, including the massacre of innocent civilians and the use of heavy weapons and the launch of air bombings on cultural heritage sites, religious buildings, hospitals, schools and public areas, and scourging of entire villages across the country. The dire situation has led to a significant exodus of over 950,000 people in war-torn Sagaing divisions, where Myanmar military's targeted attacks on civilians have created an urgent need for refuge. Similar Sagaing Desert have forced more than 700,000 individual and Kayin National Union KMU territories, over 350,000 in Rakhine State, and another 350,000 in Kayin State, other states and regions, and witnessing mass displacement as well, with people fleeing in hundreds of thousands. Furthermore, the NUG advocate for provision of resources to bolster the capacity of local civil society organizations and the facilitations of cross-border aid. It calls for the smooth transit of humanitarian assistance from neighboring countries. The NUG continues to encourage donor countries and organizations to ease financial regulations and increase international humanitarian aid to Myanmar. Ministry of Defense, PTF's secure control of military base in Homalin Township. In a significant development, the PTF has successfully seized control of a military base situated at the Township village police station in Homalin Township, Sagaing region. The NUG Defense Ministry announced on January 7, revealing that the operation was executed on the feet through a collaborated effort between the Sagaing divisions and district-level troops of the PTF. Central Committee for the Implementations of Interim Local Public Administration. Prime Minister calls for simultaneous focus on military offensive and public administration establishment in 2024. During a meeting of the Central Committee for the Implementations of Interim Local Public Administration on January 11, Prime Minister Kayin stated that 2024 marks the year to systematically lay out military and administrative plans in tandem. This year is crucial for the complete abolition of the military administration system, coupled with the establishment of a proper public administration system. Therefore, it is imperative to implement measures in both the military and administrative domains in an orderly manner, emphasized the Prime Minister. He urged everyone to expand controlled territories and acknowledge the need for additional weapons and ammunition. However, the Prime Minister expressed confidence that continued strategic military pressure, coupled with strong spirit, will lead to sustained victories. Ministry of Communications, Information and Technology, Union Minister applauds federal net success in more than 40 townships. In a recent update from the Ministry of Communications, Information and Technology, Union Minister reported the successful implementations of the federal net internet in over 40 townships within the past year. During a statement, the Union Minister emphasized, "I don't think it is much of a stretch to say that this federal net installed with the NUG's allotted funds was highly effective in connecting and coordinating between the government, the people and revolutionary forces in areas where the military council has cut off access to the internet." Developed with a budget of $500,000, approximately 1.05 billion Myanmar allocated by the NUG, the federal net has already been actively utilized in 51 locations within these townships, particularly in Sagaing, Kayin, Magui, and other states and regions. Ministry of Home Affairs and Immigration, 88 military council officers fatally affected, 15 injured in People's Defensive War. In pursuit of the universal right to self-defense for survival, the military council's violent suppressions, arrests and actions against the people have resulted in casualties during the People's Defensive War. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs and Immigration announcement on January 12, with a single day, 88 conduct officers lost their life and 15 others sustained injuries. Ministry of Human Rights, terrorist military council bombing claims 17 lives, including a child, in Condemns village, Township. According to a January 9 announcement from the Ministry of Human Rights, the terrorist military council executed a bomb strike on Condemns village in Kayin Township within the Township of Kayin region on the 7th January. Despite the absence of ongoing conflict in the area, the military council deployed an fighter jet to release highly explosive bombs. The attack resulted in the tragic loss of 17 civilians, including a child under 5 years of age, and left 19 others injured, including a 3-year-old. Additionally, the strike caused the destruction of 10 houses, 2-story school, and a church. Overview of military operation in second week of January 2024. During the second week of January 2024, conflict erupted in areas near Myanmar military universities. The United World State Party UWSP successfully gained control of Homalin and Palang cities in northern Shan. Simultaneously, fighting occurred in the capital of Loikor and in Peko. In a historic development, the All National Liberation Army (TNLA) captured and released a video of Brigadier General Myanmar, commander of 101 divisions, issuing an apology to the public. This marks the first time in the history of the Myanmar's military dictatorship that such an event has taken place. In the vicinity of Homalin village in Blatant Township, Mandalay, where the military university are located, intense fighting is underway between the military council, the People's Defense Army, and the All National Liberation Army (TNLA), with Myanmar military needing air support. On January 2nd, freedom fighters also attacked and captured an army base near Tambo village in Naungchu Township, which is only 15 miles away from the city. This attack signifies that Myanmar military can no longer securely protect the township where the military schools are located. After over 700 military forces surrender in Homalin regions of northern Shan, troops from the Brotherhood Alliance enter, eventually transferring control of the cities of Homalin and Panlong to the UWSP. This incident marks the first time in the current revolution that Myanmar's most powerful armed group, the World State Army, has publicly participated in the campaign. The TNLA has additionally seized control of the strategically significant camp in Kokai, a focal point in northern Shan. Concurrently, the Revolutionary Army's takeover of the police station in Pekong Township has led to renewed fighting in the capital of Loikor, Kayin State. Consequently, conflict has escalated in both northern and southern Shan this week. The TNLA has released a video of the capture 101 Division's commander, Brigadier General Myanmar, apologizing for the terrorist attacks on the people of Myanmar. He urged officers and soldiers from all battalions and units across the country to join the people's side. There are reports that Brigadier General Zimnyosui, the commander of 19 Infantry Divisions, who is attempting to escape, has been captured in Palawat Township, Chin State. With 2 commanders captured alive among 30 divisions and divisions in the terrorist army by ethnic revolutionary groups, the decline in the fighting ability and failure of the military councils are evident. Let's see what do we have for our weekly roundup news in coming week. Thanks for watching PVTV International.